Pamuk's adventure in the litter box. Once upon a time, there was a furry white cat who hated ordinariness. His name was Pamuk. Pamuk got bored of looking out the same window every day, eating the same dry food and chasing the same red ball. One day, he said, "Enough! Today I will do something extraordinary." First, he went up to his owner's table and put on a lace hat. The hat was too big. It covered his eyes. But Pamuk accepted this as a mysterious atmosphere. Then, he found himself in the kitchen. A French fry caught his eye, but instead of eating it, he decided to balance it on his nose. He tried for minutes and finally succeeded. He started walking around the house with pride, with the fry on his nose. "This is it," he thought, "extraordinary." However, his snail friend GM, whom he came across in the hallway, was not impressed at all. He said calmly, "Carrying carbohydrates on your nose? Interesting choice. I carry my house on my back. I am always on a journey." When Pamuk heard this, he dropped the fried food on his nose. "But yours is ordinary," he said a little angrily. "Mine is performance art." Then a bigger idea came to his mind: drinking tea. He should try that hot, brown liquid that his owner always drank. He found a cup, poured some tea into it, and mixed some milk. He took a brave lick. It hurt his tongue. "Ooh," he spat. "What kind of drink is this? Milk is much better." But he didn't give up. "Maybe I should drink it cold," he said, and put the cup in the refrigerator. While he was waiting, he watched the sunset through the window. The sky was painted orange, pink, and purple. "Magnificent," he muttered. "The dance of colors. This is absolutely extraordinary." He was so excited that he couldn't stop himself from dancing. He turned his tail into a moth and his paws into a ballerina. He jumped and twirled on the carpet. Then he remembered the tea in the refrigerator. He ran and took out the cup. He drank it. It was still bitter, but this time he endured it. "There," he said proudly. "I may be the first cat to drink tea. I'm making history." At the end of the day, tired but happy, he approached his favorite place, the litter box. Today was truly an extraordinary day, he thought with a sigh. Lace hat, potato balance, tea adventure, sunset dance. Now I can do my routine and rest. At that moment when he stepped into the litter box, something strange happened. Pamuk found himself in the litter box, but not as a furry, lively cat. He felt like he was a small, yellow grain of sand. It seemed as if the other grains of sand around him were looking at him. "Hey," said the yellow grain of sand Pamuk from within. "I'm a cat, Pamuk. I'm a performance artist. I drank tea." The other grains of sand didn't pay any attention. They just looked like ordinary grains of sand. Pamuk, now the yellow grain of sand, looked around in surprise. The plastic walls of the litter box seemed like endless mountains to him. He tried to bury himself in the sand, just like he always did, but now he was sand. At that moment, his owner came. "Pamuk, have you entered the litter box, honey?" he said. When his owner looked at the litter box, he saw only an ordinary litter box. Inside was a carefully dug hole, and in the middle was a single, slightly yellower and hairier-looking grain of sand than usual. His owner didn't even see that grain of sand. "Come on, do your job and let's go, Pamuk," he said in a bored voice. That yellow, hairy grain of sand, which used to be Pamuk, asked a deep cat logic question upon his owner's words. "Am I locking myself up now?" And from that moment on, Pamuk remained the hairiest, most absurd grain of sand in his own litter box forever. Sometimes he danced with the wind. Sometimes he whispered to the other grains of sand, "I'm actually a cat." I even drank tea, but no one took him seriously. The owner was still looking for Pamuk every time he passed by the litter box, without seeing Pamuk himself. And so, the tail got lost among the grains of sand.